I am so excited to have Sherri Fossati joining us today. She is a superwoman and an amazing visionary. When I say amazing, I mean it. What is special about Sherri is that she sees the bigger picture in every action. Many years ago, she imagined what she wanted for her future, and then she devised a strategy to get there. Now she helps executives and candidates just like you realize their own dreams. Sherri's professional experience includes providing legal and administrative support to 3 shareholders during her tenure with Greenberg Traurig. She also managed the day-to-day operations of the Woodlands and Houston offices of Winstead. This included 85 attorneys who practiced in the areas of transactional and litigation law, and a staff of 15 paralegals, 29 legal secretaries, and 15 paraclerks and receptionists. In addition, Sherri has directed diverse human resources functions and operational procedures for an international corporation headquartered in London, UK, which encompassed over 300 American and British citizens. Sherri has supported executives internationally in the US and throughout Texas for over 30 years. I have had the pleasure of working with her and alongside her as a colleague for 20 of those years. She has an outstanding ability to present her knowledge and carry projects through to completion. However, her greatest asset is that she is a dedicated professional, taking all aspects of her job seriously and striving for her best performance while teaching, motivating, and uplifting others. Sherri holds a certificate in Global Research and Studies and a Bachelor of Business Administration through the Honors College, C.T. Bauer College of Business, University of Houston. She attended the University of Houston as a scholarship recipient of the prestigious Terry Foundation. Her studies focused on domestic and international strategies, marketing, supply chain management, and finance. She is certified in law office finance and management and is a professional in human resources. Sherri is the CEO and owner of We're Boss, which she started in 2015. She specializes in assisting law firms with relocations, startups, office space build-outs, bookkeeping, client invoicing, and human resources. She is an expert in law office management, human resources, recruiting, corporate communications, and consulting. Sherri is proof that the distance between you and everything you want professionally is based on 2 things: education and hard work. She has been where you are. Today, she will share her unique perspective and experience. As you listen to her words, I hope you can reflect on the power of your own determination to make your dreams a reality. Please welcome Sherri Fossati.
Good morning. I want to give a warm welcome to all the families, friends, and professional colleagues who are joining in this commencement ceremony for your loved ones who have worked hard to achieve this tremendous goal. I know your sentiments are with me as I say, paralegals, congratulations on your graduation from Center for Advanced Legal Studies. You have accomplished something great, something that truly has the potential to change your life. I'm going to ask you to do a favor for me. I want you to give yourself a huge "I did it." I mean it. You deserve it. You've certainly earned it. I can imagine all of you having looked forward to this day for a long time. Obtaining higher education can be extremely challenging, especially if you have additional demands on your time and mental focus. Maybe you've accomplished this goal while juggling the demands of a job, or raising a family, or taking care of loved ones, or dealing with the uncertainties these past few years have brought. Or maybe it's all of those above. There might have been a time or few where you found yourself wondering, have I made the right decision? At 30 years in the legal field, I'm so incredibly grateful for the amazing career the legal community has afforded me. I can assure you, the time you invested was worth it. I grew up in law firms. I've worked for some of the best attorneys in the state. I hold an enormous amount of respect for them. Every one of them spent years in law school studying for and working toward earning their license to practice. Paralegals, you will be supporting some of the smartest, most hardworking professionals I know. While I consider it a privilege to be able to tell people I work in the legal field, I also recognize it is not a simple, laid-back career. It is highly rewarding, but there are challenges. Those attorneys whom I mention I respect are eager, driven people. For them, the pressure of success can be difficult. Sometimes supporting them is not easy. They work at the demand of their clients. Because they are attorneys, they know their reputation is on the line, so they eagerly want to perform at the highest possible level. They push themselves. They will expect this from you too. There will be days when you feel overwhelmed and you'll wonder just how you'll manage. Don't shy away from those days. Take them and learn from them. As they say, take the bull by the horns. It is in these days you will define your character. After I was asked to speak to you all, before I even put a word down on paper, I asked myself, when I was offered my first job in the legal field, what words of wisdom would have helped me most along the way? I have some thoughts. After you get your first position, and when you step foot for the first time in a law firm, you're going to feel an array of emotions. You'll be excited, scared, possibly anxious, happy, curious. At this point, your applied legal education is only beginning. Don't put pressure on yourself to know everything your first day, your first week, or even your first year. It took you 8 months to earn your certificate. You will spend the rest of your career learning your job. What would I tell the new paralegal graduate? You're just beginning. Learn from every experience. Understand nothing is beneath you. As a law firm manager, I admired and sincerely appreciated the legal staff who were willing to roll up their sleeves and do the dirty work. This is what I did when I was admin. I took every advantage I could to learn something new. It did not matter whether it was exciting or boring. I did it, and it made me a better paralegal and employee for it. Sometimes the best learning experiences are the ones you never expected. Because you are embarking on a new career in the legal field, you will be held to much higher standards than most professions. Yes, while there are codes of conduct and rules of ethics we all know are important, there are other guides to which you can subscribe to help you along the way. One of my favorite takeaways from my past firm are the core values. There were 8. Teamwork. We accomplish more together than we could alone, and we are willing to give more than we receive. Excellence. We expect and accept only the best. Personal growth. We challenge ourselves and will continually examine and raise our expectations. Respect. We respect our clients, our adversaries, and the law. We support and take pride in our firm and each other. Integrity. We are fair and honest in all we do. The truth is absolute, regardless of the consequences. Dependability. We take responsibility, act professionally, and will meet or exceed expectations. Intensity. We are committed to and relentlessly pursue all we undertake. Service. We serve our clients, our firm, each other, our profession, and our community. Commitment. We are loyal to our clients and each other and provide long-term opportunity and stability. I know that's a mouthful, but I believe every one of those core values is important, and I couldn't come up with a better set of rules by which I want to guide my career. In the legal world, your name is everything. It follows you wherever you go. You all have a fresh start. Know what you do today will be with you tomorrow. The legal world is vast, but it's small. Your name is your reputation. Do what you can to keep it safe. Protect it by always doing what is right. Those core values I read to you, create your own or use those as a guide. Live by them. Set your standards high. Another thought I want to offer you in your new endeavor is this, and to me, tied to the most important core value, integrity. Own your mistakes. Don't blame others for them. This is huge in the legal world. There are two reasons why I want to bring this up. One, and this is going to make you laugh, but it's true, owning up to your mistakes makes you not want to make them. And two, when you own your mistakes, people learn they can trust you, and trust is everything. It will earn you respect. Attorneys and the rest of the team will learn they can depend on you. It will help to build up your name. It isn't necessarily easy to say you made a mistake, but trust me, owning them will pay off. Be a team player. Help others look good. You do not get to the lead of the pack by stepping on the shoulders of others. You get there by lifting people up onto your shoulders. You may think, I'm a paralegal. What do you mean lift people up? Every day, you will have the opportunity to make your attorneys and colleagues look good. Something will happen. A client calls with an urgent need. Opposing counsel will email with a request. A colleague makes a mistake and asks you to help find a solution. There are many ways you can help. And when the day comes that you need a lift or you need to look good, you'll have a line of people there for you. By doing this, you are setting an example for others, one of a leader. My first position was legal secretary with a small town attorney named William C. Fielder. I will be forever grateful to Mr. Fielder for that opportunity. He had other candidates he could have chosen, but he gave me, a small town girl, a chance. That first job defined the rest of my career. Each position I held after that prepared me for the next step. Through the various positions I've had since then, I've gained knowledge, and sometimes it's been the hard way. Something I didn't really think about early in my career was how my actions affect the attorneys I support. One vital lesson I learned, and while this sounds very, what, isn't that obvious? I bring it up because I've seen others make the same mistake. Attorneys' work product must be exact. Their careers depend on it. Every detail of their work is important. Mistakes are not something to be taken lightly. I remember one of the most difficult things for me to really grasp is the necessity of checking my work 2, 3, or even 4 times to make sure it's correct. As a secretary and later as a paralegal, I didn't really understand how significant this truly was. I see it now, and am bringing it up to you because it is a big deal. I made the mistake of drafting, updating, whatever the task might have been, and not looking over my work as thoroughly as I should have. I remember so clearly how my attorneys, although very patient with me, would ask me to please be sure to double check my work. I just wasn't good at it. What I didn't realize is how much they are depending on me to do it right the first time. They are not there to double check my work. I'm there to support them and make their work easier. That was my job. It's a little embarrassing to admit this mistake to you, but I'd fail you by not talking about it. So when you have your first project, get excited about it, but not so excited you turn it around quickly with mistakes. Double and triple check spelling, punctuation, grammar, formatting. I promise you, this will make a big difference in how quickly you move up in your career. In the early 2000s, I was given the opportunity to manage a small branch of a legal recruiting firm. Then, when I moved to Houston, I was asked to start a Houston office for the same company. Working as a legal recruiter taught me lessons I would not have had otherwise. My success was based on the knowledge I gained from working with legal administrators at firms across Texas. The common denominator I realized very early in this position, and what helped me find success, is that law firms across the board want employees who are dedicated, who want to be a part of a team by supporting others, and who are dependable. As I mentioned earlier, attorneys work for their clients. Clients pay the bills. When clients call, they need our help. The attorneys must respond. Then, in turn, they need us, their support staff, to be present. They need to know they can depend on you. When I looked for candidates to fill positions in law firms, I focused on these attributes, and I carried this with me when I became an office manager. I'm letting you in on this because I want you all to be enormously successful. I want you to be every recruiter and law firm manager's ideal candidate. You now know what they look for. Strive to be that person. As I was preparing for this day, I didn't realize I would have an occasion come full circle for me and all the things I am presenting to you today. Just this last week, I was honored to attend a retirement celebration for one of the most amazing women I know, a woman who is one of us. She dedicated her career to supporting attorneys. She is the legal secretary who hired me to work with her in 1989 after my position with Mr. Fielder. While my career took me in many directions, she worked with the same firm for over 35 years. From the time when I worked with her until her retirement, the firm had had several changes, but she stuck it out. And as I mentioned earlier, your name is the one thing that goes with you everywhere, so you should always do your best to take care of it. Gwen Shaw is the quintessential example of this. At the end of her legal career, the attorneys she worked with spoke incredibly highly of her and how important her role in the firm had been. And well, not just her role, but also about Gwen as a person, her character. They spoke about her dependability, how she took care of her team, how she had integrity, and how much they appreciated her for being who she is. I am fortunate enough to have known Gwen all these years. When I think of the core values of my last firm, I see Gwen. I'm so grateful I had her as an example of how to be the best I can possibly be in my career. I was far from being as wonderful as Gwen, but I will tell you, I've learned how being like her makes for a good career full of rewards and people who respect you. If I am giving sound advice to someone just starting in their legal career, I'd say strive to be a Gwen, a person who people want to be around, a person who stands for all things good in life, a person people can depend on, so at the end of your career, people will be honored to say they know you. After 30 years in the legal field, I look back at all it has given me. I am where I am today because of the legal community and everyone I've met along the way who has supported me. I think about the lessons I've learned. Some of those I've shared with you today. In 30 years, you will be where I am, where Gwen is. You'll look back. You'll reflect on your accomplishments. I feel certain along the way you will meet some wonderful people, gain a ton of experience, and feel thankful you chose to become a paralegal. I'm proud to share this connection with you and consider it an honor to be a part of your celebration. Now go out there and be a trailblazer, create your path, and make a name for yourself. I wish you all the very best in your career. Thank you.